Hey everybody, welcome back. So a few weeks ago, or a month ago, I can't really remember, I did a video review of the BIFRC DH-20 Pro portable pulse spot welder. And I really like it. I have now made 3 different battery packs with it. 2 for tools and 1 for a little Harbor Freight lantern, LED lantern that I bought that has 3 of these type AAA, or excuse me, AA nickel hydride batteries. I mean, it's only a $15 light, but it's $5 worth of batteries, and I know the ones that come with it are trash. So I made a new battery pack for it. Worked out really well. Now in my review, which I'll link in the cards above, and I bought this with my own money, by the way, just for full disclosure. I mentioned that it's kind of awkward because it doesn't stand up, because it's got, for some reason, those 4 screws in the bottom and the weight of here, so it's constantly doing one of those as you're trying to work with it. So I mentioned I was going to design and make a stand for it, and I kind of forgot about it, and the only time I think about it is when I go to use it. So somebody called me out on it here in the comments on that video and asked me if I'd done it, and I said I hadn't, but I would. But the first thing I did is I went over to Thingiverse and I looked at what's on Thingiverse. And to be honest, since I have no intention of selling stands for this, I have no real overpowering reason to design my own if there's already a perfectly acceptable one on Thingiverse. So what I thought I'd do is, before I go to the trouble of designing my own, let's go over to Thingiverse and let's look at the two of the ones I found over there, and let's print them and let's see if they're worthy, or if I should really go ahead and make my own. Okay, so now that I have all these pieces printed, let's take a look at them and see if they'll do the job, or if I really need to design one of my own. First off, this one has 4 pieces to it. Let's put it to one side for right now, and I will put links to these on Thingiverse below. This is the really simple utilitarian one, and you'll note that it is kind of, I wouldn't call it flimsy, but you can see that it is not really beefy. Now, if you're easy on things, you might not have a problem with that. Had I designed this, I might have put a wall in between these circular standoffs and this back. I might have even put a fin down either side here just to kind of beef it up a little bit. But again, you might find it to be fine the way it is. It's got an opening on the bottom so you can reach the controls. But let's give it a shot and see what it looks like. So without printing it, without any scaling, it seems to fit fine. It holds the probes in, and you know, if you're just looking for a simple thing, if you've got a battery thing of your own, you know, to hold the batteries, and where did mine go? There it is. So if you have something to hold the batteries, standalone thing like this, that might be all you need. Put your nickel strip across the top and do your welding. So, I don't know. It actually works really well for what it is, as long as you don't abuse it. I expect it'll be fine. So let's take a look at the other one. If I break it, I may come back and remix this to beef it up a little bit, but and you know, I use this little welder maybe once every month or two to repair battery packs or make new battery packs, so it's not something I use a huge amount, but I sure have found it to be handy. So let's try the other one. So here is the main part of this other one. This is the piece that holds the welder, and it does fit it nicely, and it has spots for the probes out to the side. Got that one kind of twisted. There we go. It's got spot for the probe like that, and it fits it okay. And there is once again a spot on the bottom to get to the, got it in crooked, a spot on the bottom to get to the controls. And again, for holding the just for holding the welder while you are working, it's fine. Because it is so narrow, it does tend to get a bit tippy this way. But then again, here are these parts. These parts are designed, you can see they have a dovetail. They're designed to go on the front or the back of here. And the author actually kind of did a neat thing. And one thing you might want to print this one is slightly, 1%, 2% oversized. If your batteries have wraps, you might find that that they fit pretty tight in there. And again, if the wraps aren't really put on well, it might be very tight. So a little oversized wouldn't hurt. The author designed that so with the strip at the bottom so that you could then put your nickel strip in and it would hold it from getting all weebly wobbly around on you while you tack one side down. Now, because of the way it's designed, let me get the welder out of there. Because of the way it's designed, it's kind of you can't really, you can print it oversized, but you can't really print it oversized to make this fit together well, and it is a little on the tight side. It's going to take some work with a file or just in and out a bunch of times in order to get it to fit down, and you're going to have to, but then again, fight it to get it back out, I was going to say. But then again, you can put this in like that, and see, now it needs to sit down flat, which I would have to it isn't going to do easily. So unfortunately, because there are two dovetails, printing it oversized really is, one part oversized isn't really going to help, because you're just going to increase the distance across. And there's really, you could try just increasing this distance, this axis here, but I don't really think that's going to solve the problem. And I have actually lubed this up with some beeswax as well, but this lets you put the welder in, and now just having that on there stabilizes it a bit. And of course there's dovetails on the back, and you can put another piece on the back, and again it's going to be tight at first, so you're going to have to do some work. And the author has provided a straight strip, and then one where they're offset, and then one where there are two rows. Now, I've never seen a battery pack like that. All my battery packs are either like this or are stepped like that, diagonal, kind of, crisscross from one another. So anyway, depending on what you want to print and how you want to print it, I certainly think one or the other of these would be fine. I'm going to work with both of them and see which one I like the best. And I suggest you guys do the same. If the design I was originally thinking of was more like a tray that kind of held it at an angle like this, so that you could reach around back to the controls, and then had another tray at the bottom where you could keep your stuff in. But the more I work with these and look at them, the more I think that this is probably, one of these is probably the better idea. Anyway, if you guys have used these, if you have other ideas for how you think this would work better, let me know in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys the next time. Bye for now.